Hello. Thank you for tuning in to turn on a new idea about environment. And I'm talking about personal environment. I'm talking about environment of our mental thoughts, environment of our belief system, environment of our trust within our own self. To go out in the world and be confident and successful, healthy, wealthy, and wise, right? So I've had a very eccentric life, and I've had a lot of life experiences that I've taken the time to really see my value, my worth in living alone, what I'm capable of doing, what I'm not, what I want to do, what I don't, what I have to do that I don't want to do, but I do it and I do a good job at it. And why? Why am I having this conversation? Is I think a lot of us don't understand that we are our environment, what we see outside. So wherever we spend our time, the majority of the time, that becomes a part of our personality environment of who we are as people, and out in the world and privately. And if you don't believe me about this, that's fine. I'm not invested in your belief system. I'm invested in making a difference in the world, and I'm discovering things that are unknown to discover unless you've had the experience of life in this area, and I have. And what I'm talking about is my home. My home. My home is my personal environment. And how do I take care of my home? I don't live alone anymore. But when I did, I learned that I was my environment. So when my house was clean, I was thinking clean. I felt clean. I wanted to be clean. When my house was messy, I wanted to be lazy. I didn't want to think of stuff. I wanted to lounge around and watch movies and catch up on Facebook or on social media. And then I go to my past jobs. That's my environment while I'm working, right? So, do I feel comfortable in this job? Am I qualified? Do I feel like I'm being respected and appreciated? When I look around, is it clean? Is it organized? And does it flow? So I can do my job with clean, organized flow. It didn't. And I didn't realize that not only the place, but also the personalities of the people I was working with and working for, we weren't a match. We didn't get along. I became an environment that I didn't like. Personally, my personality. I stayed at that job for 4 years thinking that I was being successful as a person, worthy. I have a job. At least I have a job. At least I have a job. And that gave me a sense of worth. However, being there for so long, I learned that my environment basically dumbed me down in my confidences because that was my environment. I was not getting paid for what I was worth. I wasn't doing what I was qualified to do. And they wouldn't allow either of those. And I saw that my life's experience was more advanced than they realized. And when I told them about it and asked for a promotion or a raise, they hired me for my beautiful smile, is what she told me. That's funny. As I'm eating my spaghetti and talking at the same time, I am my environment. I can't focus on two things at once. I really can't. I can. I choose not to because I want to make sure that this makes sense. And anyway, so we are our environment. That's a fact. And it's physics. If you really think about it deeply, when you see a mess, when you see a mess, when I see a mess, when we see a mess, what is our first trigger? Is it go and clean it up with no thought about it? You just see a mess, you clean it. Period. No matter whose mess it is, no matter anything. When there's a mess, you clean it. Anywhere you go. That is the person that understands that environment is our personal environment. So what we see outside of us and what we allow and accept is how we allow and accept it in our own personality, our own life's experience, what we believe, what we trust, our confidence level, all that stuff. So when we see a mess and we know we didn't do it, so we're looking around, who made the mess, who didn't clean up their mess, why is there a mess? I left it clean, it's dirty now. Right? And then we get irritated that somebody messed up our space. That, again, is another person that understands that their environment is their own personality environment. They prefer to have clean, organized environment. That means that they can think clean, they can move around without having things in their way. They're free flowing in their environment right then. Are you a person that makes a mess? You know you cleaned it up, but not right now. Eventually when it really gets bad, then we'll clean it up. It doesn't bother you to look at it. You don't even see it anymore because it becomes part of your environment. And over time, there is no clean space. There is no clear space to put something down, like a spot on the table or a place to sit on the couch. There just isn't a place to get a clean dish or, things like that. And you're okay with that. So instead of cleaning the dishes, you just go buy more dishes. Or instead of making food, you just go buy food because the kitchen's too dirty and you don't like to cook. So our personal environment, our personality, who we are in the world, is a reflection of the way we live, what we put up with, and how we take care of our body, how we take care of our home, and what we put up with people around us. Do we adapt to their behaviors, or do we stick with our own behaviors and feel strong and confident in that, setting our boundaries? No, you can't make food here unless you clean it up. If you clean it up, then I'll trust that you can make food here. But until I see that, I can't trust that you're going to clean it up. Or have a sleepover. Yes, you can have a sleepover. But if you sleep over, you got to clean up. And if you don't clean up, you can't have a sleepover anymore. Because I am not a maid. I didn't go to school to be a maid. I didn't dream of being a maid. I didn't agree to be somebody's maid. So all of the people in my family are old enough to take care of themselves. They can clean up after themselves. They can prepare food. They can fold blankets. They can do laundry. They can do all that stuff. So it's not like there's a baby that's learning how to do those things. So our personal environment that we live in is our personality. And if you don't believe me, look at your own life. Look at your house. Look at your body. And ask yourself, do I take care of my body? Do I take care of my house in the level of energy of where I want my life to be? Happy, free, clean, no stress. Because when you have a dirty house, you have stress, period. because you don't have any clean dishes. You don't have any clean clothes. You have stuff everywhere. You can't invite anybody over because there's no room for them. And when you do, they look at you like, ooh, that house stinks. I don't want to go there again, because people have different senses, so if you can't smell something and they can and they say something, what do you do about it? Do you allow it to continue smelling your house up even though you can't smell it? But they can. So why can't you smell it? It's because you're used to it. So once you become used to it, then you don't know that it bothers you because you're used to it. Just like leaving dirty dishes in the sink or dirty laundry on the floor, So how are you in the world about this? Are you pretending to be clean when you're not? Because you look pretty, you hair, makeup, and you wear nice things. Do you walk around dirty? Are you being truthful and honest with yourself and with other people? I don't like to leave the house if I feel dirty. So I clean up before I go out. I brush my teeth, I comb my hair, because I don't want to feel dirty out in public. I don't want people to think I'm a dirty person because I like being clean. So if I like being clean, that's how I take care of myself, is I clean myself and I clean my house. And when other people come around, I would expect the same respect from them. So if they want to hang out at my house, I would expect them to keep it clean the way they found it. Instead of leaving their garbage laying around or their toys laying around or their clothes laying around or their dishes laying around. That I have to clean up because I don't like to see it. So as soon as I see it, I want to instantly clean it because it drives me crazy to live in a dirty home. Now, I don't know why it all of a sudden bothered me, except for that I learned that we are our environment as people. So if you live dirty, you are a dirty brain. Unclear brain. Because when you're clean, you're clear. When you're dirty, you're foggy. Period. And that's all I have to say about it. I've been going on and on about it. I want to make a point in the world of people. We are our environment everywhere we go. So what we put up with, what we allow in our lives and say, oh, well, I can negotiate that. I can be okay with that. Eventually it's going to build up on you and you're going to explode and you're not going to like it. And you're going to be mean and you're going to say things you don't wish you wouldn't have said, and people aren't going to want to be around you because now you're standing up for yourself and saying, no, I want a clean house. And if you're going to be here, I want you to feel clean and I want you to be clean so we can have a clear, growth-enhancing conversation, growth-enhancing relationship, growth-enhancing. We are humans. We grow every day. Do we want to grow in a good way or do we want to plateau or do we want to fail? Do we want to grow in a bad way and get sick? So if we live in a dirty home, we're eventually going to get sick. If we live in a clean home, we're eventually going to be clean, thinking clear, being successful, feeling good about ourselves because we have the confidence to know that we can clean up after ourselves. We have the confidence to know that we don't like being in a mess. We like organization and order. And our body likes that too, by the way. Our body, when it regenerates, it likes organization, it likes order, it likes a flow, it likes to know that you're going to eat at a certain time. It likes to know that you drink water. It wants to know that you sleep enough. It wants to know that you're clean and clear in your brain. So your body and your brain are now equal. They're clean and clear. And then when you look out, you see clean and clear. And then when you remember you're the one that took care of it, you're clean and clear. You have confidence to go out in the world and be clean and clear. Clean and clear-headed. Clean body, clear mind. Thank you for listening to me. My name is Nana B, or Just B. Just be. Just be who you are. And look at what you accept in your life. See how you live every day. Are you taking care of yourself or other people taking care of you? Or do you agree with the way you're taking care of yourself? And if the answers to any of those have you bringing your mind to a question, give me a call. We can talk about it. We can figure it out together, because we're all going through the same stuff. We all live on this planet at the same time. So some things, some people are trying to find solutions, and some people are not trying to find solutions. Some people are accepting failure and living in that, being stuck, thinking that there's no way out. And I say there is a way out. And it comes down to how you take care of yourself, how you trust and believe in yourself. And we all have the tools, tips, and tricks on how to do that. But sometimes we need another person to remind us of our magnificence of being able to take care of ourselves at top worthy level, high standards. And that doesn't mean owning the most expensive things. That doesn't mean having a lot of money. That doesn't mean having a lot of friends. It doesn't mean having a husband or a wife or a partner. It doesn't mean any of that. What it means is you with you with you. And when you become attuned to who you really are in your environment of yourself, being alone, then you'll understand why people are the way they are. And you'll understand why you attract who you attract into your life. And then you'll understand how to get out of things a little bit better, because your head is clear, because your house is clear, your car is clean, your clothes are clean, your mouth is clean, your brain is clean.